In the midst of their routine work, a crew of construction workers unexpectedly unearthed an entrance to a forgotten bunker. Its stone walls, covered in dirt, suggested it had been undisturbed for generations. With anticipation, they hammered down the stone walls. The moment their torchlights illuminated the bunker's interior, the workers froze, their faces draining of color at the chilling discovery that lay within. Jorah, the captain of the crew, was the first to carefully make his way through the now partly broken down stone wall. He had no idea what he was going to find on the other side, but his curiosity was too big to let anybody else make this discovery. But before we start, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming stories. Jorah stood in front of a stone wall that shouldn't have been there, especially in a space that didn't appear on any of the underground maps he had studied. They were supposed to be laying the foundation for a new apartment building, and any issue could lead to costly delays. Yet, this strange wall and the room behind it posed a mystery. The room was bigger than he expected, and he couldn't fathom how it had gone unnoticed. It didn't seem like a forgotten basement or panic room. There had never been buildings here before. As he shone his flashlight around, he realized the room was empty. It looked like it had been built by someone with expertise. Then, as the light swept across the walls, Jorah noticed intricate symbols etched into the stone, adding another layer of mystery. These markings, neither modern nor recognizable, sparked his curiosity. They were complex, possibly ancient, and certainly mysterious. Jorah wondered about their origin and meaning, feeling a surge of excitement mixed with a hint of unease. Among the shadows, Jorah noticed a door old and robust, with a lock rusted over time. The locked door, like a silent guardian, seemed to hold secrets that were not yet ready to be unveiled. After several attempts at the door, Jorah decided to exercise caution. He couldn't risk damaging anything without understanding its significance. With a heavy heart, he chose to reseal the room, planning to return armed with more knowledge. Back on the surface, Jorah couldn't shake the image of the symbols from his mind. He began organizing a plan to research them. Consulting ancient texts, seeking out experts in forgotten languages, and delving into the history of the area became his new mission. The discovery of the room brought construction to a standstill. Jorah, usually focused on timelines and budgets, now found himself diving into a world of historical intrigue. The site, once bustling with activity, lay quiet, as if in respect for the mystery that lay beneath. Jorah's focus had shifted entirely to unraveling the secrets of the room. Night after night, Jorah pored over the photographs he'd taken of the symbols. His living room, once a place of relaxation, now resembled a researcher's den, with books on ancient scripts scattered everywhere. His obsession with deciphering the symbols grew as each line, curve, and mark seemed to whisper secrets from a long-forgotten era. Seeking further understanding, Jorah reached out to historians and linguists. Their discussions, filled with theories and debates, often extended late into the evenings. These experts, intrigued by Jorah's findings, pored over the symbols, attempting to connect them to known ancient languages. Each meeting brought new insights, yet the full understanding of the symbols remained elusive. Jorah spent hours comparing the symbols to ancient texts. He meticulously noted every similarity and pattern. The symbols started to form a linguistic puzzle, intricate and complex. He felt he was on the brink of a significant discovery, one that could unravel the room's secrets. His relentless dedication began to bear fruit. Slowly, pieces of the puzzle started fitting together. Small breakthroughs in understanding the symbol structures and possible meanings emerged. Jorah's heart raced as he began to decipher fragments of the symbols. They seemed to tell a story, or perhaps a set of instructions from a distant past. The more he uncovered, the closer he felt to a civilization long gone. In a breakthrough moment, Jorah identified the symbols as part of a rare, almost extinct language. The language, only faintly referenced in the most obscure academic texts, presented a unique window into an ancient world. Jorah knew that he had stumbled upon something extraordinary, a linguistic relic untouched by time. Guided by linguistics experts, Jorah began the meticulous process of interpreting the symbols. The more they deciphered, the clearer the narrative became. It was like assembling a jigsaw puzzle of an ancient civilization's thoughts and beliefs. As the symbols yielded their secrets, they began to tell a story, or perhaps a set of instructions from an era lost to history. These narratives, steeped in the culture of a forgotten people, painted vivid pictures of their life, their struggles, and their knowledge. Jorah started correlating the symbols with known historical events and places. He mapped out timelines and geographical locations, tracing the possible journeys and interactions of the people who created these symbols. Each correlation brought him closer to understanding not just the language, but the culture and history it represented. Jorah realized that these symbols were more than mere communication. They were a key to unlocking a secret from a time long past. Within the web of symbols, Jorah deciphered references to a key hidden somewhere in the city. The The symbols seemed to speak of its importance, shrouded in mystery and lore. This key, Jorah believed, was not just a physical object, but a pivotal piece in understanding the full story behind the mysterious room and its cryptic symbols. Jorah embarked on a new phase of his journey, mapping out potential locations for the key. He pored over city maps, historical records, trying to align them into a coherent guide. His map became a tapestry of possibilities, each location marked with the anticipation of discovery and the weight of history. Jorah's quest took him through the city's veins, exploring areas he had never known. The cryptic map guided him to forgotten alleys, ancient buildings, and hidden courtyards. Each location held a piece of the city's history, a fragment of the past that whispered secrets and tales to those who would listen. Jorah's journey transformed into an urban treasure hunt. He traversed historical sites and overlooked parts of the city, each step driven by the thrill of the hunt. The city, a familiar landscape, now held an air of mystery and intrigue, revealing its forgotten stories and hidden corners to Jorah's seeking eyes. As he followed the map's trail, Jorah felt the pulsing heartbeat of discovery. Each clue, each deciphered symbol, brought him closer to the elusive key. The anticipation grew with each passing day. He could almost feel the key's presence, hidden yet waiting, a silent witness to the city's untold stories and buried secrets. Jorah's journey led him to the city's historical landmarks, each a sentinel of the past. He scoured these places, looking for clues that might align with the symbols from the room. At each site, he carefully studied architectural details and relics, searching for any sign that could point to the hidden key's location. In the quiet halls of public archives, Jorah immersed himself in dusty tomes and ancient records. He meticulously combed through old maps, property documents, and forgotten manuscripts. Each document held the potential to unlock a new clue, a new pathway in his relentless search for the key and the secrets it guarded. Seeking a deeper connection to the city's history, Jorah interviewed longtime residents. Their stories, rich with personal memories and anecdotes, painted a vivid picture of the city's transformation over the years. Jorah listened intently, hoping their recollections might unknowingly reveal hints about the key's whereabouts. Jorah's quest was not without obstacles. He frequently found himself entangled in bureaucratic red tape, struggling to gain access to certain areas and archives. These challenges tested his patience and determination as he navigated the maze of permits and permissions, all in the pursuit of the elusive key. During his search, Jorah encountered numerous misleading clues and dead ends. He learned to navigate the deceptive trails with a mix of skepticism and hope, understanding that the path to discovery was often riddled with illusions.
Amidst his research, Jorah stumbled upon a hidden message in the ancient language, cryptic yet compelling. It directed him to an old estate on the outskirts of the city.
The estate, once grand now time-worn, whispered secrets of a bygone era. As Jorah explored its grounds, he sensed a deep connection between this place and the symbols from the room. The air of mystery that hung over the estate seemed to beckon him, promising answers that had eluded him thus far. Inside the estate, Jorah discovered an abandoned library, a treasure trove of knowledge. Dust-laden shelves housed rows upon rows of ancient texts, their pages yellowed with age. Each book and scroll offered a potential clue, a piece of the puzzle that had consumed his life. Amongst the old manuscripts, Jorah found references to a millionaire, a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. This enigmatic individual seemed to have a connection to the secret room and its symbols. The more Jorah uncovered, the more he realized that this millionaire's past was intricately woven into the fabric of the mystery he sought to solve. Delving deeper, Jorah began to piece together the millionaire's life story. He was a person of immense wealth and an insatiable fascination with ancient cultures. This millionaire had seemingly devoted his life to collecting artifacts and knowledge from bygone civilizations, a pursuit that now appeared to be closely linked to the secret room and its enigmatic symbols. Jorah's investigation into the millionaire's life revealed a figure of great wealth and eccentricity. He learned of the millionaire's vast travels, his endless curiosity, and his penchant for the obscure. This was a man who lived on the fringes of society, driven by a passion for the arcane and the forgotten. In the depths of the library, Jorah discovered a hidden compartment, cleverly concealed behind ancient tomes. As he carefully opened it, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Inside, he found a collection of items and documents, each potentially holding vital clues to the millionaire's connection with the mysterious symbols and the room they protected. The contents of the compartment offered insights into the millionaire's deep obsession with history and preservation. It became clear that he had dedicated his life to safeguarding relics and knowledge from the past. This commitment to preserving history now appeared to be a significant part of the puzzle surrounding the secret room. Amidst the artifacts in the compartment, Jorah's eyes fell upon an ornate antique key. Its design matched the descriptions hinted at in the symbols. He felt a surge of excitement. This key was undoubtedly meant to unlock the mysterious room. Jorah realized he was on the cusp of unlocking not just a physical space but the secrets of a forgotten time. Holding the key, Jorah understood its profound significance. He realized that this key was a bridge to the past, a tangible connection to the mysteries he had been unraveling. Aware of the key's value and the secrets it guarded, Jorah took great care in its safekeeping. He knew that returning to the construction site with the key marked the beginning of a new chapter in his journey. With a sense of responsibility, he secured the key, preparing for the moment when he would unlock the room and reveal its hidden truths. As he planned his return to the site, Jorah theorized about the connection between the key and the symbols. He speculated that together they would unlock more than just a physical space. They were perhaps parts of a larger puzzle, pieces of a story that spanned across time, waiting to be pieced together to reveal the full scope of the millionaire's legacy. Jorah began to prepare for his return to the construction site. He meticulously planned every step, considering the potential implications of what he might discover. This was no longer just a construction project. It was an expedition into history. He gathered his notes, the photographs of the symbols, and the key, ready to unlock the past. As the day of the reveal approached, Jorah felt a whirlwind of emotions. Excitement and apprehension mingled within him. The thought of finally unlocking the room and confronting its secrets brought a thrill of discovery, yet he was also aware of the weight of history resting on his shoulders. As word of Jorah's discovery spread, it captured the public's imagination. Media outlets clamored for details, and the story circulated widely, stirring a wave of intrigue and speculation. People from all walks of life became captivated by the mystery of the hidden room and the secrets it might hold. The site, once just another construction project, had become a focal point of widespread fascination. Local historians and cultural experts were particularly enthralled by Jorah's findings. They reached out, eager to offer insights and support. Their expertise in the city's history and ancient cultures added depth to the unfolding narrative. Discussions and debates about the room's origins and purpose became a topic of intense scholarly interest, further fueling the public's curiosity. With the growing attention came mounting pressure. Everyone wanted to know what lay behind the locked door. But Jorah remained cautious. He understood the fragility and significance of the discovery. Ensuring the integrity and preservation of the site was his top priority. Despite the increasing impatience of the public and media, Jorah was adamant about protecting the site and its potential artifacts. He advocated for a careful, methodical approach to unveiling its secrets. He knew that any recklessness could lead to the loss of invaluable historical and cultural treasures. Amidst the excitement, there arose concerns about the security of the site. The possibility of looting or damage became a real fear. Jorah and his team increased measures to protect the site, aware that its contents could attract not only the curious but also those with less noble intentions. In the days leading up to the reveal, Jorah meticulously planned each step of opening the door. He consulted with preservation experts to ensure that the room's contents, whatever they might be, would be safeguarded against damage. His approach was careful and deliberate, aimed at maintaining the integrity of a discovery that could redefine the city's history. Interest in Jorah's discovery had escalated to the point where documentary crews and news specials began chronicling the story. They speculated about the room's contents, weaving narratives that ranged from hidden treasures to historical artifacts. The public was captivated, eagerly consuming each theory and hypothesis presented in these programs. As the day of the reveal approached, excitement grew, speculation ran rampant, and the site became a hub of activity, attracting those curious and those with a deep interest in history. Finally, the day arrived. Jorah stood before the door, key in hand, surrounded by a crowd of onlookers, historians, and media personnel. With the world watching, Jorah inserted the key into the lock. A hushed silence fell over the crowd as the key turned, and the door creaked open. Inside was a vault of history, shelves laden with artifacts, scrolls and coins, their golden glint shining in the flashlight's beam. The room, hidden for so long, was now exposed, offering fragments of stories that spanned centuries. It was a treasure trove rich in cultural and historical significance, far beyond monetary value. Among the artifacts, Jorah found a yellowed diary, written by the millionaire himself. It offered an intimate look into his thoughts, detailing his journey, the creation of the room, and the reasons for its secrecy. The diary revealed the millionaire's eccentricities, his obsession with history, and his need to protect the past. It chronicled his adventures, acquisitions, and the rationale behind his secretive lifestyle. The bunker, more than just a storehouse, was a sanctuary for history, a personal museum to safeguard cultural treasures from a world he felt was careless with them. Jorah's discovery, fueled by the insights in the diary, thrust him into the national spotlight. Media outlets hailed it as a significant historical breakthrough. He was celebrated as a hero, an accidental archaeologist who unearthed a lost chapter of the city's history. Awards and accolades followed, and the discovery sparked renewed interest in the city's past. The artifacts became a source of pride for the community, with museums and educational institutions eager to study them. In the quiet moments after the whirlwind, Jorah reflected on his journey. What began as a routine project had transformed him into a guardian of history. He had bridged the past and present, gaining a deeper appreciation for history's mysteries. Jorah realized that history is not just something to read, but something to experience and preserve. Sitting among the artifacts, he realized he had uncovered more than a room. He had unearthed a legacy. His discovery was a reminder that the past is always beneath our feet, waiting to be rediscovered. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another unbelievable tale like this one.